Hey there, soldier of growth. Yeah, I'm talking straight to you, the one feeling drained, exhausted, and burned out. It's not because you're weak. It's because your energy is being siphoned off, not because you're using it intentionally. Let's be real for a moment. Most folks today are wiped out not from working too hard physically, but because their energy is leaking in 100 different directions. Just look around, man. People spend hours scrolling social media, comparing themselves, arguing online, chasing validation, responding to negativity, wasting time in relationships that don't serve them. They go to sleep feeling tired and wake up with anxiety, not because life's tough, but because they're misusing their inner energy. A lion doesn't chase every animal it sees. It picks its battles wisely. A lion conserves its strength for what truly matters, the kill. Yet, here we are, giving lion-like energy to mosquitoes, things that don't matter. Folks believe they need motivation, but what they really need is mastery over their energy. The ancient Stoics figured this out thousands of years ago. They understood that controlling your emotions, reactions, cravings, and thoughts was the key to real power. Not loud, boastful power that's weak. I'm talking about the silent, steady kind of strength that keeps you calm even when everything around you's burning down. The kind that makes people wonder how you stay so unshaken. In this talk, I'm gonna walk you through 7 tough Stoic rules that'll teach you how to guard your energy, find your peace, and sharpen your focus. This isn't some soft pep talk or idealistic philosophy that's outdated. It's raw, ancient wisdom that's still relevant today, maybe even more so. If you're tired of feeling wiped out, if you're ready to shield your mind like a soldier guards his post, then listen up. These aren't just rules. They're mental weapons you can start using today. See, energy's more valuable than time. You can blow an entire day and bounce back, but spend your energy on the wrong people, thoughts, or actions, and you might lose your purpose altogether. The Stoics didn't have social media or smartphones, but they faced enemies, distractions, suffering, and injustice just like us. And yet, they disciplined their minds to stay composed, intentional, and focused. Because, as Marcus Aurelius put it, you become what you give your attention to. So the big question is, what are you giving your attention to every single day? That answer will tell you everything you need to know. Don't skip a single moment of this. Hit the like button, subscribe so you won't miss the next dose of wisdom. And if you're serious about transformation, type this in the comments. I master my energy. I master my life. Let's get this journey started. Number 1, cut out energy vampires without feeling guilty about it. When someone acts poorly, it's because of them, not you. Don't take their bad mood personally. Marcus Aurelius reminds us of the harsh truth. You can't master your energy if you keep toxic people around. No matter how disciplined you are, keeping energy drainers in your circle will crush your mental strength. Who are these vampires? They're not just the loud, rude types. Sometimes they're quiet manipulators, people who constant complain, guilt trip you, make you feel small, or show up only to take from you without giving anything back. Here's the Stoic truth. You owe no one your peace, no guilt, no obligation, not even blood ties. This is where most mess up. They mistake kindness for weakness and tolerate dysfunction just to be good. But being good doesn't mean tolerating toxicity. Seneca said, associate with people who can lift you higher. Welcome those you can help improve. If your friends aren't making you stronger, calmer, or more focused, then they're distractions, not allies. You might say, but I've known them for years. Here's the real test. Are they helping you grow, or are they holding you back, keeping you stuck in a version of yourself you're trying to leave behind? The Stoics believed energy isn't infinite. Every person you let close is either fuel or poison. Removing someone from your life isn't hate. It's choosing your peace over drama, purpose over pity, growth over guilt. You don't need to announce you're leaving. Just move with calm detachment and let life unfold. That's how you begin mastering your energy. Not by adding more motivation, but by cutting out what doesn't belong. Remember, silence is power. Let them wonder why you're unavailable. Let them feel your absence. Number 2, control what flows into your mind. Your thoughts shape your reality. Marcus Aurelius warned us. If someone sat beside you whispering toxic words all day, you'd think they're abusive. But what if that voice is your own, shaped by what you constantly consume? The mind is like a garden. Whatever seeds you plant, beliefs, words, thoughts will grow. If your mental garden is filled with drama, negativity, noise, don't be surprised when your inner world feels chaotic and drained. Ask yourself, what are you watching? What music do you listen to? Which social media accounts follow? Who's speaking into your soul? These aren't trivial choices. They're programming your perception, your emotions, even how your nervous system perceives normalcy. You can't expect peace if you're feeding yourself chaos constantly. Marcus Aurelius nailed this. Your mental quality isn't accidental. It's a result of habitual exposure. Think of your mind as a muscular in the gym trying to build strength, but every time you leave, someone poisons your system. How long can you last? If you fill your mind with junk daily, don't expect your spirit to stay strong. It's not about perfection or robotic discipline, it's about intention. Be deliberate about what you let in. Replace gossip with growth. Swap comparison for reflection. Turn arguments into understanding. Instead of endless scrolling, practice brief moments of silence. Start small. Before clicking on anything mindless, ask yourself, is this fueling my energy or draining it? Over time, your focus will sharpen and your mental clarity will deepen. Your thoughts will slow. Anxiety will lessen, not because life's easier, but because your internal world is cleaner. Like Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to appear foolish or naive. You might look odd to people, skip the latest drama, ignore trending debates, don't follow the chaos. The payoff: peace, focus, power. Protect your mind like a fortress, because whatever you allow in will eventually come out. Number 3, master the art of pause before reactions. When someone wrongs you, remember, the damage is to them, not you. Your job is to keep your character intact. Epictetus told us most of our energy is lost in how we respond, not what happens. Someone cuts you off. Do you explode? Someone ignores your message. Do you spiral? One rude comment can ruin your whole mood. But it's not the event. It's your reaction that drains your energy. The Stoics mastered one thing: pause. That tiny moment, just 5 seconds between what triggers you and how you respond. Think about how many arguments, regrets, and emotional crashes could be avoided if we simply paused instead of reacting. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that determines who you are." That's discipline, not weakness, being able to breathe, observe, and respond wisely. This is vital because every emotional reaction is an energy cost. When you argue with someone who doesn't deserve your attention, you're handing over your mental currency. When you respond to hate with anger, you're draining your inner bank. Imagine your energy as money. You wouldn't hand out hundreds to every stranger yelling at you. So, don't give your mental energy to every trigger. Here's a simple practice. When someone disrespects you, pause, don't respond immediately. Breathe. Ask yourself, does this person's opinion change my truth? When chaos hits your life, pause and remember, is this worth stressing over? Will it matter in 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 years? The power lies in the pause. It gives you clarity, and clarity lets you act wisely. That's how you maintain your energy integrity. Today's world teaches us to react fast, respond faster. But the Stoics teach us the opposite: slow down. The slower you are to react, the more powerful your response becomes. It's not about numbness, it's about control. Next time you feel that surge of anger or frustration, don't suppress it, observe it, let it pass. Like a wave, let silence be your strength. When ready, respond intentionally or walk away with dignity. That's Stoicism in action, warriors guarding their peace. Drop this affirmation in the comments: my pause is my power. Number 4, ruthless about your priorities. Without clear goals, you're just drifting. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, if you don't have a consistent aim in life, you won't live consistently either. Look, you're not tired because you're doing too much, it's because you're doing too many things that don't matter. Too often, people say yes to tasks they don't care about. Help people who wouldn't return the favor, scroll social media for an hour, but refuse to spend 15 minutes on their purpose. That's not a time problem, it's a priorities problem. The Stoics believed in clarity of purpose. Know what's important. Cut what's not. Don't live like a leaf blown by every wind, bouncing from one distraction to another, drained and directionless. Marcus emphasized that you should build your life through deliberate actions, each one aligned with your highest purpose. The goal isn't perfection, it's alignment. Ask yourself, does this choice move me closer to the life I respect or pull me away? If it's not in line with your values, your peace, or your mission, it's a distraction, not a duty. You don't owe everyone your time. You don't have to respond instantly to every message or attend every event. People may not get it, and that's okay. You're not here to be understood by everyone. Your job is to guard your time fiercely like a fortress guard. Every yes you give is a no to something else. Here's a simple practice. Every night, write down your top 3 non-negotiable priorities for the next day. Just 3. When the day begins, guard those priorities like sacred treasures. Finish them, and everything else is extra. That's how you live intentional and not busy, but effective. Seneca pointed out, it's not that we have little time, it's that we waste much of it. You don't need more hours, you need more focus. Be ruthless with your priorities because your energy is a sacred currency. Spend it wisely or risk wasting your life on what never truly mattered. Drop in the comments, I focus only on what truly matters. Number 5, say no without guilt. No one is truly free who isn't the master of himself. Epictetus told us this. The truth is, many of us feel overwhelmed simply because we've been conditioned to feel guilty for saying no. We agree to things we don't want, respond to demands out of obligation, and prioritize everyone else's comfort over our own peace. It's time to end that. One of the most powerful skills for mastering your energy is learning how to say no clearly, kindly, and without guilt. The Stoics weren't people pleasers, they stuck to their principles. They understood that standing by your truth might confuse or offend people, but that's part of the deal. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be willing to seem foolish or naive. Because standing firm might make others uncomfortable. But that's the cost of energy mastery. You need to reclaim your time and dignity without apology. Here's a simple approach. Instead of, sorry, maybe another time, just say, no, that doesn't work for me. Or no, I'm focusing on something more important right now. Or just simply no. Silence after a firm no isn't rudeness, it's respect for yourself. You teach others how to treat you by what you allow. If you keep saying yes to everything that drains you, people will think you're always available for the next drain. But when you set clear boundaries, stick to them, and say no from a place of inner strength, you teach others that your energy isn't for sale. The right people will respect your boundaries. The wrong ones will walk away. Both are blessings. Stop explaining your boundaries. Enforce them. Every yes to something unaligned is a no to your peace, your goals, your rest. This is real power, quiet, steady, grounded. Don't expect applause, expect resistance, stay firm. Marcus Aurelius summed it up, do what's right. The rest is not important. So say no and don't flinch. Type this in the comments. My no is a complete sentence. Number 6, guard your mornings like a soldier guards his post. When you wake up, remember it's a precious gift, breathing, thinking, loving, enjoying. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, how you start your day shapes everything that follows. Yet most people give their most vital mental energy fresh, clear-headed energy to chaos. The moment you open your eyes, most people check their phones, look at notifications, scroll social media. Before even standing, they're already overstimulated and stressed. That's not just a bad habit, it's sabotage, spiritual, mental, energetic. The Stoics saw mornings as sacred time for reflection, for setting your mind before the day's battles. Not a rush, not a scroll, but a ritual. Marcus Aurelius personally wrote notes to himself every morning because, even as emperor, he knew The soul is guided by its thoughts. If your first thoughts are complaints, your first actions are scrolling, and your first words are reactive, you're handing over your energy before you even start. So, create a simple, intentional morning routine. It doesn't have to be fancy, just deliberate. Here's a straightforward plan. No phone for the first 30 minutes. That's non-negotiable. Breathe deeply, at least 10 calm breaths. Journal or reflect. What matters today? What won't I let control me? Move your body, just 5 minutes of stretching or walking will do. Repeat a Stoic quote or truth to yourself. You don't have to be perfect, but you must be present. This sacred morning moment is your armor, your chance to define who you will be today, not what the world expects. When you protect this time, on those days you stick with it, you'll notice you're stronger, calmer, more focused, less reactive. Conversely, if you let chaos in right away, your day turns into a battlefield you're unarmed for. Guard that first hour with everything you've got. That's where your energy leadership begins. As Marcus Aurelius believed, your outer world reflects your inner discipline. Own your mornings and you will own your life. Drop this affirmation: my mornings are sacred. I start strong. I stay calm. Number 7. Stop explaining yourself to everyone. Waste no more energy arguing about what a good person should be. Marcus Aurelius said it best. You're draining more energy than you realize by trying to justify every move to people who will never understand your purpose. Why you cut someone off, why you didn't go to that party, why you're quiet and focused. That's yours alone to own. You don't need to explain growth to those committed to misunderstanding you. Let your actions speak louder than words. Silence in this context is dignity. It says, I know who I am. I don't need your approval to walk my path. Marcus Aurelius urged us, be like the rock that the waves keep crashing over, standing unmoved while the sea rages around it. Every time you pause to explain your boundaries, your healing, or your purpose, you're watering weeds, giving energy to people who won't respect your journey anyway. The ones who genuinely care, those who matter, will respect your silence without needing explanations. So conserve your energy. Every time you defend your solitude or justify your discipline, you weaken your power. Let others talk. While they do, you act. This isn't cold or rude, it's stoic. You're not here to be understood by everyone. You're here to walk your path with clarity. In real life, that means no need to justify healing, privacy, or your focus. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace or prioritizing your energy. As Epictetus put it, first, decide who you want to be, then act accordingly. That's it. When you stop explaining yourself, you reclaim huge amounts of energy. You stop seeking approval and start becoming unshakable. Let them misunderstand your silence. Let them gossip about your focus. Let them mock your calm. None of it should touch you. You're built different now. Drop the affirmation, I no longer explain my peace, I protect it. He who masters himself is the strongest warrior. Breathe with me, because if you've listened this far, it means one thing. You're done living on autopilot. Ready to master your energy as the Stoics did, through discipline, focus, and self-awareness. You see, life won't slow down. The world will keep pulling, shouting, distracting, tempting. But you're building something stronger. You've learned that energy isn't about caffeine, hustle, or motivation. It's about your choice: what you let in, what you guard with silence, what you say no to without guilt. Remember what you've done. Cut off energy vampires, controlled your thoughts, paused before reacting, prioritized ruthlessly, said no without guilt, guarded your mornings, and stopped explaining yourself. That's not just energy mastery, that's self-mastery. That's living like a Stoic. Marcus Aurelius once said, the tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, think, or do, only what you do. That's your new focus. Not the noise outside, but your own calm, steady, deliberate movement. The world can't shake someone who doesn't flinch, who speaks less and listens more, who watches chaos but chooses peace. Someone who doesn't chase but attracts, who doesn't need to explain but embodies strength. Carry this energy into your next morning, your next week, your next chapter. Let others wonder what's changed. Let them feel your shift. Let your silence be the loudest statement. And always remember your energy is your responsibility. When you protect it, you're untouchable. Drop this final affirmation in the comments. I master my energy. I master my life. If this message hit home, don't keep it to yourself like it. Share it. Comment your biggest lesson and subscribe for more powerful Stoic wisdom. Your journey has just begun.